Let's go!
Number one, right now, we need to review the overall Game Awards, the nominees, and what's going on. There's also one nominee in the fighting game thing that, like, blows my mind. Best esports team. Best esports athlete. Best esports game. Content creator of the year. It's definitely USADA Pecora. I don't know who any of these other people are. All I know is that USADA Pecora was my favorite character in this one fighting game I played for a while. It's 1000% USADA Pecora. Most anticipated game. Oh shit. I'm gonna say this to me belongs to Monster Hunter Wilds. I mean, shocking, right? We all know what's winning. GTA 6 is 100% winning this. Are people really looking forward to Death Stranding 2? Really? I almost keep forgetting that that game exists. Like, no shit. Yeah, that's true. It's a Kojima game at the Game Awards, so you better believe that shit's gonna be there. Ghost of Yotei, I think we still need to get there yet. And Metroid Prime 4, yeah, of course. People have had that game pre-ordered for approximately 38 years. Clearly Monster Hunter Wilds. Clearly. That's where my brain space is going in this regard. I'm moving my brain down here. Best adaptation. Didn't watch it. 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 I'm gonna say probably Fallout. Best multiplier. Okay, so I want Tekken 8 to win, but it's not. Helldivers is definitely winning this thing. That's my hot take. Mario Party Jamboree is like a hidden maybe. Black Ops 6, I don't know if any Call of Duty is gonna be winning anything substantial just in general. This one's gonna have to be Helldivers, right? That shit's... it popped off for too good for too long and then it dropped off, but you know. Best sports racing. I like badminton. Best Sims strategy. This might go to... damn. Kunitsugami, I'm shocked, is actually up here, right? I think it might go to either Unicorn or Manor Lords. I just remember hearing a lot about both of these games when they came out. Best Familia. Oh, man. I don't know. This is probably going to go to Astrobot. I'm going to make a bold-faced, balls-out assumption here that I don't think Astro is eventually going to take the Game of the Year, but I think it's taking this. I don't think it's going to sweep. I don't think there's going to be a sweep, but I think this is going to be the one that it yoinks from all the Nintendo games and the Nintendo Lite game. Best fighting. All right, we got beef, my dude. I get it. This time you did not put a Sifu 2 or some shit in here. I get it. We didn't do that this time. However, Sparking Zero, okay, yeah, a lot of people into it. I get you. It's still quote-unquote best fighting. I understand. GBVSR? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. We forget that that came out in December, like after the Game Awards last year. Okay. Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade Collection? An old collection of retro games getting nominated for Game of the Year? You know what? I don't think I would have done that, but I'll take it. Okay, cool. But it's like a collection of old games, so I don't think I would have even nominated it. It's great, don't get me wrong, but I'll take it. Tekken 8, clearly where my heart lies in this situation. But there's a couple of other fighting games that also came out this year, and I am straight up perturbed. We have a problem, my dude. There's a game in here that already fucking won. A game in here already took best fighting a couple of years ago from the other fighting games of that year, even though it was not in any released state. Multiverses, even in its beta release, was given a nomination and a victory over the other fighting games that were actually released. So I have huge beef with this that we're suddenly putting up, oh, game is actually released. Now it's up here instead of like Rivals 2 and other games that also came out this year that are pretty decent, pretty good. To me, that's weird as shit. The Uni 2 came out this year. What the hell, dude? I actually genuinely disagree with two picks on this list. As much as I love MVC Arcade Classics, and yeah, I think there should be a category for like classic games preserved in some way, and the best preservation of classic games, there should be a fucking category for that shit, my dude. I would not have put MVC Arcade Collection or Multiverses in here at all. One already friggin' won, and one is a bunch of 20-year-old games that are amazing, but I don't understand how that makes it in here. Don't get me wrong, I'm super happy that it's getting some comeuppance in some way, and it's selling amazing, but for me personally, I think this is mad weird. I think this is, once again, the fighting game category at the Game Awards is mad weird. How bizarre would it be, even if Multiverses was amazing, right? Even if it's in like the best state it ever has been, even better than it was before. This shit's about to win best fighting game of the year twice. What the fuck? I mean, granted, it's not going to, Tekken 8 is likely going to win this category, but I'm just saying, in a hypothetical situation, if we were there and this nomination could have been skewed in that way, yeah, dude, Multiverses had a chance of winning it twice? Like, that is so bizarre to me. Why are we not nominating the Street Fighter 6 beta? Or like Tekken 8 was in beta, so we're just gonna put those in too. Yeah, the Guilty Gear Strife beta. Which one? Oh yeah, Strife beta 1. That one Game of the Year. And then they added rollback. Oh, it's so much better. Wins Game of the Year again. And then it comes out again, like a year later. And it's really good. Now there's even more stuff. Wins Game of the Year 3 times. Just put 2XKO in here. I hope Tekken 8 wins. That's all I'm gonna stay at. My final answer in this category. I think this is weird as shit. I think Tekken 8 should win. I'm very weirded out by Multiverses being nominated again. And I understand it was a beta. Yeah, I get it. So it shouldn't have been nominated in the first place. Next, best RPG. Okay, so this shit is brutal. Every single one of them, absolutely massive JRPGs on different levels, treated in a completely different JRPG kind of way, you know? It's crazy. I'm kind of blown away that Dragon Age, whatever the latest game from EA, didn't come up here. Here's where I think this is eventually going to go. I don't know if Elden Ring is going to take a lot of the spots this year. I don't know if it's going to get it, but it could. Here's what should win this category specifically: Metaphor. I think Metaphor should take this category. I think we can have a situation where most people can be happy. I think Metaphor should take this shit. Next, best action and or adventure. Wow, nothing else? Because of my lack of Astrobot experience, and this is nice that this is here. This is good. This game was really fun. Didn't beat it, but really fun. I love Silent Hill 2, but considering that an action adventure is very odd. That was one hell of an action adventure I had with James through the Silent Heck. I think the likelihood of either Astrobot or Silent Hill 2 taking this is in here. I think the chance of the rug has been swept out from underneath us and all of a sudden, oh, what happened? Is Zelda. Suddenly Zelda just takes it. And people were like, oh, but these two games, you know, these like potential Game of the Year type stuff, zoop, Zelda takes it. That could happen. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't get how Star Wars Outlaws is up here when it reviewed comparably and just as favorably as other games like Stellar Blade and Wukong. I don't get it. And that's literally what that shit is. Like, it's the fucking, it literally is this. And that seems weird that Silent Hill 2 is put into this category. I don't know, my dude. I don't know, my dude. I feel like this game should be gone. This game should not be here. Maybe it should be put someplace else in favor of Stellar Blade getting a nom and as well as Wukong. Getting confused and mad. Best action game? All right, so everything's over here? I'm so fucking confused, my dude. Focus primarily on combat. Call of Duty being in there is really funny to me. I think this ends up going is either to this game or to, believe it or not, just based on the way things go, God of Monkey. I think there's a chance this could be this game or God of Monkey. Next, best VR AR. They still make VR games? Batman. Best mobile game. Balatro wins this fair, right? Straight up. Balatro just wins this. Zenless Zone Zero? Maybe. I think that's the second likely. I think it's either going to be this or this, but I think it leans heavy over here. That's where I'm thinking. This debut ending game? Fuck, man. This is either going to be Balatro or Animal Well, I'm going to say. Balatro or Animal Well is where I think this will lie. Best in... Maybe this changes. Maybe that's the way this is. Maybe we'll give this to Manor Lords now, and this one goes to Balatro or Animal Well. I forget how weird as hell some of these categories and their like awkward redundancy in some ways sort of is every year. Does this happen to me every year? I can't remember what happened last year. Is this every year this happens to my poor brain? Best community support. Recognize a game for outstanding community support, transparency and responsiveness, inclusive in social media. Damn, how did this get nominated? I don't know how Helldivers is in here. I don't get it, man. All I've heard is that everyone says, this game fucking sucks now, like for the past 7 months. That's all I've heard. I played it once. I really don't have a say in the situation. All I have a say in is the way people talk about it, and there should be like the reverse of this is what this would be nominated for. For me personally, No Man's Sky seemed to do some really crazy shit over the past year. I don't know how many times it's won this. Fortnite always does crazy shit, like every 3 months or something like that. Baldur's Gate, I don't know. I actually don't know on Baldur's Gate. So where do I think this is eventually gonna land? Probably between Fortnite and No Man's Sky. Maybe. Best ongoing. Isn't this the same fucking thing? Ongoing content that evolves. Oh, I mean, this either has to be FF14. I think this is a big toss-up between 14 and Fortnite. And I think this is just gonna be a situation where we're gonna give it to either FF14 or Fortnite every single year for the next 30 years. This year it's gonna be Fortnite, next year FF14, and then the year after that Fortnite, and then 14, and Fortnite, and 14, Fortnite, 14. Games for Impact? I really have no idea. I'm gonna say Neva. My wife played it. Innovation in accessibility? I don't fucking know. I have no clue. I have zero clue. Dragon Age, best performance. Guy really killed it in Silent Hill 2. But I have to give it up for Bree because it's almost like the span of multiple games now. Of course, you know where my nomination's going. Best audio design. Isn't that the whole point of this game? Are we doing sub bets this year? Oh, don't worry. We'll do that closer to the event. We'll do like a week away. We'll start doing gift sub bets on announcements. We're just talking about the actual nominations right now. This is also incredible. This is always really good. Rebirth. Fuck. I think this is being nominated almost solely based on the musical variety and breadth therein. But it's not music. It's just in-game audio. It is really good, though. I don't see it winning. I love it. I love it that Rebirth got nominated for this, but I could see the unique audio experiences of Silent Hill 2 and Senua, and maybe even Astrobot beating it. I'm willing to champion Rebirth in every single way, and yeah, its audio design is fucking amazing, but I don't think it's gonna take this. And there we go. You know, all these games have great music. Silent Hill 2, yeah, okay. I know this game has good music as well, but my fucking God. It's like if Smash Brothers, a game with just a billion tracks and so much music it'll make your head spin, isn't nominated for like best music, because it should be. The scale of how much music is in this game is astronomical, and the quality of all that music is even more dense. It's crazy. I don't know how FF7 doesn't win this. Best art direction. Oh, Jesus, man. I feel bad for everything else. If there's one category that this is probably going to take, and I don't think it's going to take everything else, Shadow of the Erdtree's taking this shit. I think it should go to something maybe like Metaphor or Neva. But the problem is FromSoft art design is the largest wank fest in the video game journalism industry. I'm sorry, I don't know if anything else is going to win this. I don't know. And it's very weird that like Elden Ring would potentially take it again. Best narrative. You know what? I appreciate FF7 Rebirth being in here, but I wouldn't put it in here because it's one part of a story. It's literally a piece of the story, and it's clear that it's going and it does not complete its narrative by the end, and it's intentional with that. Silent Hill 2 storytelling was pretty fucking amazing, but the problem is I just didn't play Like a Dragon, Metaphor, or Senua all the way through. I'm actually very curious to see where this goes. I'm gonna say it right now. I would be genuinely shocked if Rebirth took Best Narrative. Best Game Direction. Outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I think this either is Erdtree or Rebirth. Balatro sweep. I think this ends up going to Erdtree or Rebirth just because on scale and size, sheer mass quantity. There's so many fucking things, and these are games with like interconnected worlds and shit, you know? Like, I don't know. Creative vision is Astro? Well, you know, it is 100%. Everything in here is, dude. What the hell? Like, give me a break. I hope Rebirth takes it. Considering how fast this was created at the quality it was, I hope this takes it. And the Gameth of the Yeareth, what is... Damn, it's the exact same shit. So, here's the thing. So all I'm gonna say on the FF7 Rebirth hope train that I'm personally on, I'm going to say, I don't think Rebirth is winning Best Game Direction and Game of the Year. I'd be super happy, but I don't think that's happening. So I don't think Rebirth's gonna take both of these just on, you know, the way these shows sort of work historically, even though that's the way the Academy works a lot of the time. But I think it's winning one. I think Rebirth is winning one of these. And I think the one that it's going to win is likely direction. I have a weird prediction, and this has happened with Game Awards sometimes. I think Balatro wins Game of the Year. Is that weird to say? And I haven't played that much of it. I've played enough of it, but considering what it does and how it's being talked about, I don't know, man. I don't think Shadow of the Erdtree wins this. I don't know if Astrobot's gonna take it. I think Metaphor has just about the same chance of winning this category as FF7 Rebirth. But in all honesty, bro, I think this is either going to Balatro or Shadow of the Erdtree, you know, and I'm not super happy about that. I'm not super happy that Shadow of the Erdtree is in here. There's a lot of stuff in here that is cool and should be nominated. And I think it's Astrobot, Balatro, Rebirth, and Metaphor. But Wukong and Erdtree being up here, I'm pretty surprised. But Astrobot, Balatro, FF7 Rebirth, but Metaphor, yeah, I think that makes sense for Game of the Year situation. I think there's some others that definitely got snubbed. I think the Silent Hill 2 probably got snubbed in some way. What are the chances of what happening? Is there chances of a sweep this year in any direction? Is there a chance of Balatro sweep? Is there a chance of Astro sweep, 7 Rebirth sweep, or Fantasio sweep? I don't think so. I don't think any game is sweeping this year, personally speaking. I think every single game is going to be given like a proper place in certain ways and a proper spot. Like I think Wukong is likely going to win an award this year. I think it's going to win one. It's an interesting Game Awards, but the entirety of this thing being the way it is and effectively being, I'd say, overseen by another Elden Ring is definitely the weirdest part of it. Surprises would be an actual sweep. That would be genuinely surprising to me. If there was a legit, super hard, massive sweep of anything in any category. I don't feel like that's going to happen, dude.